Welcome to World Numismatic Finds, where forgotten treasures from Britain's past come alive. Today, we're diving into 4 incredible coins that could turn ordinary pocket change into pure profit. From the classic 6 pence showing post-war charm, to the 20 pence that hides unexpected rarity under layers of dirt, to the wartime 3 pence steeped in history, and finally, the 1 shilling with its rustic, aged beauty. Each of these coins tells a story of value, heritage, and hidden wealth. UK collectors are rushing to uncover these gems, and you'll be shocked to learn how these seemingly humble pieces could be worth far more than you imagine. Stay tuned, because your next coin find might just make you a fortune. The 1948 United Kingdom sixpence is one of those remarkable pieces of British numismatic history that continues to capture the imagination of collectors and investors around the world. Welcome to a world where small change once used in everyday markets and shops has now transformed into a prized possession commanding incredible attention and soaring values in today's global coin market. This particular coin, struck during the post-war era, tells a story not only of the United Kingdom's resilience and revival but also of the intricate craftsmanship and heritage embedded in the very metal that defines it. Many collectors today are searching for the 1948 sixpence, especially in circulated condition, for it carries both historical character and enduring value that make it an irresistible addition to any British coin collection. The background of the 1948 sixpence takes us back to a nation rebuilding itself after World War II. Under the reign of King George VI, the coin symbolized stability in a recovering economy and pride in British identity. Minted in cupronickel rather than silver, this shift in composition reflected the changing times when precious metals were conserved for national recovery. Each coin carried the spirit of an era defined by resilience and hope, making it a cherished relic of Britain's economic rebirth. The sixpence, once equivalent to half a shilling, was a coin of everyday life, used in shops, bus fares, and savings jars across the nation. It carried emotional and nostalgic value, representing a time when every penny and sixpence held weight in the lives of ordinary people. The head of the coin proudly bears the effigy of King George VI, facing left, designed by the skilled engraver Thomas Humphrey Paget. The portrait radiates strength and dignity, a true reflection of royal authority during a pivotal era in British history. Around the portrait are the Latin words Georgiv 6D Gbromnrex, meaning George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, a solemn declaration of sovereignty. On the reverse side, the design by George Kruger Gray showcases the Tudor rose surrounded by a thistle, shamrock, and leek, representing the unity of England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. The beautifully detailed crown atop the floral emblems highlights the unity of the 4 nations under one monarchy. Every detail of the design expresses elegance and tradition, making it a piece of artistry rather than just a coin. The cultural and historical value of the 1948 sixpence lies deep within its symbolism. It represents not only a vital piece of British coinage but also the resilience of a people who stood firm during one of the toughest periods in modern history. Many families in the UK still recall saving sixpences in wedding cakes or as lucky charms for prosperity, a tradition that has given the coin a special place in British folklore. Collectors are not only drawn by the coin's beauty but also by its cultural significance, linking generations through shared heritage and nostalgia. The 1948 sixpence weighs approximately 2.83 grams and has a diameter of 19.3 millimeters. Made from a cupronickel alloy, it was crafted to endure everyday handling while maintaining its luster and sharpness of detail. Despite being a common circulation coin, its composition and age have given surviving specimens a distinctive patina that collectors find particularly charming. In circulated condition, each coin carries its own story, faint marks from hands and pockets of a bygone era, whispers of history embedded in the worn metal surface. When it comes to key facts and rarity, the 1948 sixpence stands out due to its limited mintage and the relatively small number of well-preserved examples. Many were lost, melted, or damaged over time, and finding one in a decent state today is becoming increasingly difficult. The collector market has seen a surge in demand for this issue, especially as more enthusiasts seek coins from the reign of King George VI. Those graded by major institutions such as PCGS, NGC, and other renowned grading companies have shown remarkable performance in recent auctions, with pristine examples fetching impressive prices. In terms of rarity and collector demand, even circulated examples of the 1948 sixpence have proven to attract attention due to the increasing interest in post-war British coinage. While average circulated coins can sell for a modest price, it's the uncirculated or mint-state specimens that truly astonish collectors. In recent online marketplaces like eBay and specialized numismatic auctions, verified MS-65 graded pieces have achieved valuations reaching around $9,000, while exceptionally rare, high-grade or proof-like examples have even been reported at market levels surpassing $15,000 in some exclusive international coin sales. These soaring prices reflect not just the rarity but also the emotional and historical connection that collectors attach to this small yet significant coin. For collectors looking to invest or expand their British coin collection, a few practical tips can make a huge difference. Always inspect the coin carefully under good lighting to check for details like clear lettering, minimal surface wear, and a strong strike on both the obverse and reverse. Avoid harsh cleaning as it can reduce both appeal and value dramatically. Coins preserved in their natural circulated state often carry more authenticity and charm than artificially polished ones. Keeping an eye on reputable auctions, trusted dealers, and grading services can help you find genuine examples with accurate certification. Prices have been steadily rising, and many collectors are predicting that this coin, especially those in higher grades, will continue to appreciate as interest in George VI-era coins intensifies. In conclusion, the 1948 sixpence is far more than just a coin. It is a timeless symbol of Britain's heritage, craftsmanship, and post-war pride. It represents a bridge between the nation's resilient past and its enduring numismatic legacy. With its royal imagery, cultural roots, and increasing rarity, this coin has become a golden opportunity for both passionate collectors and shrewd investors alike. Whether discovered in an old family tin or purchased at a prestigious auction, owning a 1948 sixpence is like holding a tangible piece of history, one that could very well turn a modest collector into the next numismatic success story. So if you ever come across one, look closely, because that small silver-toned coin might just be your ticket to a fortune and a legacy worth far more than its face value. Next up, the 1989 UK 20 pence coin, found in dirty and circulated condition but carrying an unbelievable collector demand that has shocked coin enthusiasts across Britain and beyond. At first glance, this coin might seem like just another piece of loose change that's seen better days, but hidden beneath that worn surface lies a story of heritage, rarity, and surprising market value that's currently creating excitement among serious collectors worldwide. The 20 pence coin of 1989 was part of a relatively young denomination introduced to the UK monetary system in the early 1980s to make everyday transactions smoother as inflation changed the landscape of pricing. Designed by William Gardner, this coin features a seven-sided heptagonal shape that made it easily distinguishable by touch, a hallmark of practical British design. On the obverse, or head side, it carries the elegant portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, showcasing the youthful yet regal depiction of Her Majesty that was a proud symbol of stability and unity across the Commonwealth during that period. The reverse, or tail side, features the crowned Tudor rose, one of the most enduring emblems of English history, combining the red rose of Lancaster and the white rose of York. This design reflects not just a coin but a living reminder of Britain's long story of heritage, monarchy, and craftsmanship. Culturally and historically, the 20 pence coin from 1989 marked an era when the British economy was transitioning through modernisation and decimalisation was still a recent memory. Coins from this period embody a connection between the traditional elegance of past British minting and the practical innovation of the new decimal age. Even in a dirty or circulated state, this coin carries a strong nostalgic value, reminding collectors of the late 1980s, a decade of transformation, royal milestones, and the pride of British mint precision. In terms of physical characteristics, the 1989 20 pence coin was struck in cupronickel with a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.4 millimeters, perfectly balanced for daily use and durability. Its distinctive seven-sided shape is equilateral, giving it a signature profile that makes it instantly recognizable even after years of circulation. Though many examples are found tarnished or discolored from decades of handling, a good cleaning or proper preservation can reveal the lustrous finish that once gleamed when freshly minted. Now, what really makes the 1989 20 pence coin so captivating in today's rare coin market is not only its history but its growing scarcity in top condition. Collectors are paying extraordinary prices for pieces that remain in exceptional or mint state grades. Coins graded MS65 and above, that's mint state, meaning flawless surfaces and crisp detailing, have been seen reaching astonishing figures on major auction platforms such as PCGS, NGC, and even eBay's rare coin listings. Verified sales have shown these pristine examples achieving prices ranging from around $12,000 to as high as $19,000, depending on the quality, luster, and strike. These valuations are not random. They reflect intense global interest and the limited supply of high-grade specimens surviving after more than 3 decades of circulation. Even moderately worn coins in decent condition are now fetching respectable prices, making the 1989 20 pence a serious contender for anyone exploring British numismatics with an eye for profit. The rarity and desirability of this coin also stem from the fact that fewer pristine examples were kept by the public compared to earlier issues. Most 1989 20p coins went straight into circulation and endured decades of handling, oxidation, and wear, leaving only a handful in exceptional condition. Collectors today appreciate not only the coin's connection to the late 20th century British economy but also its strong resale potential. Coin experts and traders in the UK have observed rising demand at shows and online marketplaces, where enthusiasts compete to secure top-grade examples before prices climb even higher. For collectors looking to identify whether their 1989 20p could be valuable, a few tips can make all the difference. Look for coins with clear, sharp edges and no scratches or dents, where the Queen's profile remains crisp and the Tudor rose on the reverse shows full detailing. Even a coin in dirty condition can be professionally cleaned and graded, often revealing hidden quality beneath surface grime. It's always wise to handle it carefully and consult recognized grading services such as PCGS or NGC to authenticate and preserve its market value. Auctions that specialize in British currency often see bidding wars break out over well-preserved examples, proving that this small but mighty coin is more than just pocket change. In conclusion, the 1989 UK 20p coin is a perfect example of how everyday money can transform into a valuable collectible with time, rarity, and condition on its side. What may look like a tarnished old piece of metal could, in fact, be a rare treasure worth thousands in today's booming numismatic market. Its design, historical relevance, and escalating auction prices make it one of the most sought-after finds among modern British coins. So before you toss aside that dull, dirty 20p coin, take a closer look. You might just be holding a miniature fortune that connects Britain's royal legacy with modern-day collecting passion. Keep exploring, keep collecting, and who knows, your next coin could be the one that changes your luck forever. Next up, the United Kingdom's 3p coin from the year 1943, a small yet remarkable piece of British numismatic history that continues to capture the imagination of collectors worldwide. At first glance, this coin might seem ordinary, perhaps a bit worn or dull after years of circulation, but when you truly understand its story, its design, and its market potential, you'll realize that the 1943 threepence is far more valuable than most people would ever guess. This coin, especially when found in excellent or even circulated condition, holds both sentimental and monetary worth, representing a fascinating era in Britain's past and commanding surprising attention in the global rare coin market today. The background of the 1943 threepence takes us deep into the heart of the Second World War. At this time, Britain was undergoing immense pressure both economically and industrially, and the Royal Mint introduced the distinctive 12-sided brass threepence coin that became instantly recognizable to generations of Britons. Composed primarily of nickel-brass alloy, this coin replaced the earlier silver version, reflecting the changing times and the government's need to conserve precious metals for the war effort. The coin's shape made it easy to identify by touch alone, an important feature during a period when quick recognition in everyday transactions mattered greatly. The 1943 issue was part of this transitional period in British coinage, and although millions were produced, very few have survived in truly pristine condition, making top-graded examples highly desirable among modern collectors. Looking closely at its head and tail representation, the obverse of the coin features the effigy of King George VI, a dignified portrait by Thomas Humphrey Paget, depicting the monarch facing left, surrounded by the Latin inscription Georgiv 6D GBROMN Rex F laughing smiley INDIMP. This inscription translates to George VI, by the grace of God, King of all the Britons, Defender of the Faith, Emperor of India, a powerful reminder of Britain's global influence during that era. On the reverse side, designed by Francis Madge Kitchener, sits the iconic design of a Tudor portcullis topped with a royal crown, a symbol that combines royal authority with the strength and security of the nation. The detailed design work and sharp edges of the dodecagonal shape give this coin its distinctive charm, setting it apart from every other denomination in British currency history. The cultural and historical values attached to the 1943 threepence are immense. It was the pocket coin of wartime Britain, held by soldiers, shopkeepers, and families trying to make ends meet in a nation under siege. The threepence served as a symbol of endurance, unity, and national pride. Collectors often say that holding one of these coins feels like holding a piece of living history, a tangible reminder of the courage and resilience of ordinary Britons during one of the most challenging periods of the 20th century. Today, it stands not only as a piece of currency but as a memento of British heritage, deeply rooted in the story of the people and the monarchy. In terms of physical specifications, the 1943 brass threepence weighs approximately 6.8 grams, with a diameter of around 21 millimeters and its characteristic 12-sided shape. Its composition of nickel brass gives it a golden hue that, even when dulled with age or covered in the patina of circulation, still reflects a certain warmth and durability. The design was practical and sturdy, built to last, and that's exactly why so many examples have survived, even though most show signs of wear from daily use. Now, when we come to key facts and rarity, this coin may not be rare in its circulated form, but the difference in value lies in its grade and condition. Coins that have survived decades with minimal wear, showing sharp details on both the king's portrait and the portcullis design, can command high prices. While circulated examples can be found for just a few dollars, the value rises sharply as the condition improves. According to various market listings and recent auction results from major numismatic platforms such as PCGS, NGC, Heritage Auctions, and verified eBay sellers, coins graded in near mint to mint state, particularly those certified around the MS65 level, have been recorded selling for approximately $2,000. Some examples, in exceptional brilliance and preserved with full original luster, have even reached the astonishing figure of around $3,000 in select auctions. These are real-world results driven by collector demand, rarity in high grades, and the timeless appeal of this wartime issue. The rarity factor is further emphasized by how few of these coins remain in top condition. Because they were heavily used in daily commerce, finding a specimen without edge nicks, tarnish, or surface blemishes is extremely difficult. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for coins that retain their original mint shine, crisp edges, and strong strike quality. Even circulated examples, when attractively toned or free from major damage, continue to attract healthy bids from enthusiasts who appreciate their authenticity and historical charm. In the present-day collector market, the 1943 threepence has gained a steady rise in popularity, especially among younger coin collectors and British history enthusiasts. Online platforms and auction sites show increased activity and bidding interest for this coin, driven by the ongoing fascination with wartime currency and the shrinking availability of high-grade specimens. The fact that these coins have a relatively low entry cost in circulated grades, yet can reach several $1,000s in mint condition, makes them an appealing investment piece for both novice and seasoned numismatists. For collectors interested in acquiring or preserving the 1943 threepence, there are a few valuable tips to keep in mind. Always look for coins with strong detail around the king's portrait and the portcullis design. Those with minimal scratches or corrosion will hold better long-term value. Avoid harsh cleaning, as this can significantly reduce the coin's desirability and worth. Instead, store it in a dry, protective holder away from humidity and direct sunlight to maintain its natural patina. If you suspect you have an exceptional example, consider professional grading from recognized bodies like PCGS or NGC, as a certified grade can substantially increase the coin's resale value and attract more serious buyers in the numismatic market. In conclusion, the 1943 United Kingdom threepence coin remains a shining testament to Britain's resilience and craftsmanship during the Second World War. Though it may look small and simple, its historical roots and potential market worth make it a coin that demands attention from anyone interested in rare British coinage. Whether you hold a circulated example worn by history's touch or a gleaming mint specimen certified by a top grading authority, this coin symbolizes a golden chapter of British heritage and continues to spark excitement across the collector's world. With market values climbing and collector interest growing, now is an excellent time to search your old drawers, family coin jars, or inherited collections, because the humble 1943 threepence could be your ticket to a surprisingly valuable discovery. At last, the 1949 1 shilling coin. This classic piece of post-war currency, even when found in a rusty and worn condition, still manages to command attention from collectors across the globe due to its historical depth, rarity in certain mint states, and its enduring connection to the heritage of the United Kingdom. The 1949 1 shilling represents a fascinating era of change and resilience in Britain's coinage, reflecting not only the monetary system of its time but also the cultural and national pride that shaped it. When you hold this coin, you're holding a piece of Britain's recovery story, a tangible reminder of the country's post-war era when craftsmanship and tradition met the dawn of a modern economy. The coin features on its obverse the portrait of King George VI, designed by the acclaimed artist Thomas Humphrey Paget. His image is strong, dignified, and proud, a reflection of a monarch guiding his nation through a time of reconstruction and renewal. The reverse of the coin, depending on its minting, could either represent England with a proud crowned lion standing atop a Tudor crown or Scotland with a rampant lion encircled by a royal crown, both symbolizing unity within the British Isles. The artistry on this coin is truly magnificent, and even when the coin's surface bears rust or tarnish from years of circulation, its design remains a masterpiece of numismatic craftsmanship. The raised edges, intricate detailing, and historical insignias make this coin instantly recognizable and deeply symbolic to those who appreciate the story behind British coinage. The 1 shilling coin of 1949 carries deep cultural and historical value, having been minted in an era when the United Kingdom was redefining itself after World War II. These coins were used in everyday life, in markets, trains, and shops, becoming a part of the nation's shared experience. They remind collectors of the strength and determination that defined Britain during that crucial period. Beyond its monetary purpose, this coin represents continuity and stability, two values that the people of post-war Britain held dearly. For many collectors, this coin connects them to their grandparents' generation and to an age where every coin told a story of survival and pride. Weighing approximately 5.65 grams and struck in cupronickel, the 1949 1 shilling marked a new composition for coins in Britain as the nation moved away from using silver. This change in metal not only reflected the economic conditions of the time, but also symbolized a shift towards modernity and efficiency. Despite being a non-silver issue, the 1949 1 shilling remains desirable, especially in well-preserved or uncirculated grades. Collectors and investors alike seek examples with sharp details, full mint luster, and minimal wear, and those coins can bring in surprisingly high figures in the numismatic marketplace today. Several key facts make this coin stand out. The 1949 shilling was minted both at the Royal Mint in London and by other mints to meet circulation demands, but the total mintage was relatively modest compared to earlier issues. Many examples suffered damage from circulation, environmental exposure, or corrosion, which makes pristine coins exceedingly difficult to find. Rusted or heavily worn examples like the one under discussion still hold charm, particularly for those who value authentic pieces that tell their own story of time. However, when we move up the grading scale, the coin's value truly begins to soar. In terms of rarity and collector demand, the 1949 1 shilling has become a surprising performer in the modern numismatic market. On major platforms like eBay and well-respected grading services such as PCGS, NGC, and heritage auctions, verified coins graded in higher mint states have reached remarkable figures. Coins certified at MS65 quality have been reported selling between $4,000 to $5,000, depending on their origin and exact type, while some auctions have seen premium examples fetch as high as $7,000 due to their near-perfect preservation, sharp strike, and rich toning. Even lower-graded coins in circulated but decent condition often sell for several dollars to tens of dollars depending on eye appeal and historical interest. This steady upward trend in value reflects the growing enthusiasm among collectors who appreciate British mid-century coinage and its connection to a pivotal period in UK history. For collectors, owning a 1949 1 shilling coin offers both sentimental and financial reward. When searching for one, look out for coins that retain some of their original details, a clear portrait of King George VI, a visible date, and legible inscriptions. Avoid coins that have been overly cleaned, as natural patina or even light rust can add character and authenticity that many collectors now value highly. If you come across one that's still in its natural condition, even if it's rusty, it could be worth holding onto, as the demand for untouched coins is steadily growing. Those who are lucky enough to find a mint state example should consider professional grading, as certification can significantly enhance both credibility and value in the marketplace. In conclusion, the 1949 1 shilling coin remains a timeless gem in British numismatic history. From its regal portrait of King George VI to its national emblems of pride and unity, every detail carries meaning and tradition. While a rusty, circulated piece may seem humble at first glance, it's a fragment of history that still holds value and potential. And for those pristine survivors, the kind you might find showcased by collectors on auction sites or certified by major grading services, the rewards can be extraordinary, with values rising into the thousands of dollars. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just beginning your numismatic journey, keep an eye out for this coin, because sometimes the smallest piece of metal can tell the grandest story and turn out to be worth far more than you'd ever imagine. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned to World Numismatic Finds for more rare and valuable coin discoveries from around the world.